with abdominal fat, like belly fat, that's where most people just hold more fat most of the time. There's also a reason for it. So, like your organs and like everything that's sacred and important to you, other than your brain, is here. So that's where our core temperature is, which I think I've explained to you before, which is why our body, if anywhere, if it's ever going to hold any fat, it's going to be on our tummy because it needs to keep that organ at a particular temperature. There's no point putting some fat on like your calf muscle. Like what's that going to do, you know? So it's the way our bodies are naturally built, which means when we first start putting on fat, it first goes to our tummy. And then, as the percentage increases, it goes to other areas. It's also where we naturally create more fat cells as well. So it's really normal. But just keep in mind, as long as your body's changing, week by week by week by week, that tummy will come in more and more and more and more and more. But it's
Yeah.
easier to notice the difference where you hold less fat. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
All you had to lose was 3% fat on your shoulders. You've probably noticed it by now.
Yeah.
Whereas you have 20% fat on your tummy, and that's going to take a long
Yeah.
time to get down.
Like,
Do you want to take yourself back to when you first had a conversation with me and what you were kind of struggling with and what you weren't, I guess, happy with?
feeling like I couldn't shift anything. I would kind of be, I was stuck in that. I was hovering between 124 kilos and 119 kilos, and I never really budged under the 119. So I was feeling very defeat and felt like I could never get any further. Like I was skeptical if working with you was actually going to do anything. I've done like nutritionists and so like I've worked with a nutritionist
Oh, that's
as
right.
long as I can remember with having
Sorry, that
had
must
the
have been someone
surgeries and
else.
stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But I've, been on and off different diets. I'm like, oh, try this and try that. And for a while there, I was doing the liquid meal replacements. I was doing 3 meal replacements a day, and it was the worst. Like especially when I was first starting, like I had the worst headaches, and I was so lethargic, and I felt like crap. And then starting with you, I felt like I couldn't eat all the food that you were giving me because it was so much. And I didn't feel lethargic. I didn't have the headaches. I was loving life. Like, I mean, I was stressed about getting it all done and making sure I got it right, but I wasn't feeling like crap.
Mm.
It's a commendment too. Like it's been the easiest it's ever been. Like I feel energetic. I'm able to do it. Like it's happening. Like and it just felt so easy. Like I because I know that you've got a lot of knowledge and you've put it all into the program. So I mean, it's I don't want me to say, oh, it's just felt so easy to be a throwaway comment. I mean, like it's you. I can see all the work you've put into it to make it easy, and I appreciate it. I need to get back into the schooling app and continue on with the mindset stuff. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
I love it. Oh, that's so funny.
yeah,
Oh, that's so good though.
because I think I want to aspire to be like you. Like eventually, obviously, I've got a lot of learning to do, but I want to do what you have done for me.
Oh.
But yeah. So
I,
yeah, so there's so just recently started the nutrition diploma.
mm,
So
no, that's
I'm
awesome.
signed up for that. And,
Yeah,
yes.
you can achieve anything you set your mind to, as long as you think in that way, you know?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I remember like even with myself, I thought I was dumb and I struggled to
And
even like pass maths. And then,
that's
once
with
I got
the
over that,
same with
I
me,
needed to
like
live
with
by,
what you were saying in school. Like it and that's why I was like, well maybe I can because I have the same thought pattern as you. Like it's oh well, I was never smart enough. I can't do it. Like and now knowing it, I
I think that's incredible though, like how Obviously you overcame a self-limiting belief within your ability to learn and actually like not just apply the information, but learn the knowledge, right? Like that
Yeah,
is so key. Like I tell people all the time, it's not just about apply this and do that. It's about why you should apply it. And when you
yeah,
understand why you apply, because it makes sense, you see the significance behind like a direction that a coach is pointing you in or why they're telling you to do that. But I think also like in the beginning, you had a self-limiting belief as well of like, I don't know, do you remember what it was? Like I can't do this or it's not gonna work. Like what kind of
yeah.
belief
It
did
was, it was, it was a will it really work? Like, yeah,
yeah, for
because
sure.
there are so many different fat loss kind of
Yeah.
programs and shapes and be all end all activities that are supposed to, that I mean, it's good in a sense for your lymphatic system, but what is it? What was it called? It was the vibrating pads. Like that's supposed to, help you lose weight. Well, no, it's just helping your body with the flow of everything. Like it helps your lymphatic system, but it wouldn't necessarily help you lose weight.
Hmm. Yeah.
But like there's so many different things out there, and everyone, like, the weight loss part of the world is so money hungry, so they're not really there to help you. Like it's very hard to find a genuine person that's like, oh, I don't know how I found you. I can't even remember. I was scrolling on Instagram and you just popped up.
Oh,
And it
yeah,
would have been something that you said or did or whatever. I don't know, but yeah,
yeah,
it would have been just an ad that you had flowing in and me scrolling. And I was like, oh, that sounds cool. And I would have been like, oh, okay. And I followed you. I don't,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah, no, it is interesting though, and I feel really sorry for those who kind of get caught up in I guess like you already know this now, Jess, and it's a lesson that unfortunately you had to learn the hard way. But like a lot of people, um, unless it's individualized to your specific needs and it's like there's no generalized side to it, then it's going to work. But majority of people don't do that. They just give some
no,
sort of like general plan or the same shakes or meal plans. Or I don't even know what's out there these days, to be honest, because I
mm.
block myself off from it. But
No, and
yeah,
then there was like the
individualized, it's not going to
8 week
work.
challenges that I've done in the gyms and stuff.
Yeah.
And they would give you a meal plan that was fucking intolerable.
Mm.
Fucking less than 100 grams of chicken and then just fucking broccoli or whatever. And it was gross.
Mm. Would you say, I'm curious to know because I'm not sure. Before you met me, would you say that you were kind of in the belief that um like a certain diet is going to work and like a certain way of eating or a restrictive way of eating? Because I hear it all the time. People are like, "Oh, I'm eating chicken, broccoli, and rice," or "I'm eating XYZ calories," and they think that that's going to work. And I'm like, "No, stop looking at the exterior, look on the interior, like what's actually going to work for you." So were you in that kind of mind frame before where you thought that
Necessarily, because I'd get that angry with sticking to something to the T and then not seeing any results that I would give up after 4 weeks.
yeah, yeah.
I'm like, well, it's not working. Nothing works.
Hmm. Okay.
Like I would stick with it and then I'd see, maybe 1 or 2 kilos drop and then it would just stop and it would stop for 3, 4 weeks. And I was like, well, fuck this. If it's not working, why continue? And then I'd just go back to eating regular. Funny thing about that,
Yeah. Um,
like
okay.
there's so many hidden calories. Like now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh my God. When I think, oh, maybe I feel like having something that's not on plan today. And I have a look at the calories and I'm like, no, it's not worth it.
Mm, yeah.
Because
I
when
guess
I try and keep it as close to the calorie intake. to the plan as possible if I'm not eating on the plan.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, it's not worth it. I'll just eat what's on my plan. I like what's on my plan anyway.
That's what some coaches out there need to understand is that people have different taste buds and things they
Yeah.
like, they don't like, and you have to take that into consideration, right?
Mm. But I
Like,
truly
some other
appreciate the fact that you've said, like, as long as I eat the day properly, I can eat whatever day I want. Like, I don't have to
options.
eat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, I can eat if I wanted to. I mean, I did end up doing, I think I've ventured to 4 days.
Mm.
So I've got like 1, 2, 3, and 4 on rotation
Okay. Yeah.
in my thing. Like I switch it up.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. That's I think that's something really important though, because you said so the first time I've heard it, I don't mean that to sound egotistical, but like at the same time you said it was easy, and that's something that makes it easy